Hi, my name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood, and this is your Mentor's Moment. In today's question, a dad asks, my son has suddenly changed. He's lost interest in his studies. How can I help him as a parent? Ooh, this is a great question. It can kind of feel nerve-wracking when something like this happens with your child, especially with your son or with your daughter, not especially with anybody, but with either of your kids. This can be really nerve-wracking and make a parent very nervous. So thank you so much for asking this question. So the first things we should check out is, hey, something's changed, right? The question reflects that. Now, we don't know any of the details about it, but what we do know is that something's changed. At one point, he was like this, and now, all of a sudden, it seems like all of a sudden, he's kind of like this. So, okay, something's gonna get changed, and it's super easy as parents for us to get into the panic crisis management mode where we're like, no, bad things are happening. Well, that may be true, but it's just as likely that it is not true. So it's super important that we put on our detective hat. We want to put on a detective hat because something's changed and we have to figure out what's going on. It can be super concerning as a parent, but it's also just as important that we keep an open mind and don't jump to conclusions until we figure out what's going on, right? So here's the thing, it could be anything. The small list of things that it could be is girls, drugs, dating, gaming, juuling, grades, classes, teachers, online event, sports, coach, hormonal changes, developmental changes, and the list goes on and on. And it's super hard to tell without hearing from the horse's mouth, which would be your son. So it's up to us to work like detectives. And one thing we should make sure we do is treat our kids like they are fully capable human beings. It's really easy sometimes to jump to the conclusion that, oh, we have to be super careful around them because they're going to get upset or they're prone to anxiety or whatever. Your and my kids are capable of so many things, and they know themselves really well, and they know you as well too. So my first suggestion is don't shy away from asking your son directly what's going on. You know, it's okay to share with him what you've noticed. It's okay to share with him what's going on too. Like, hey, I'll tell you what, here's what I've noticed. I've noticed that you used to be really excited about school and your grades and the things that were going on here, but I noticed almost all of a sudden like things have shifted and I'm curious what's going on. And you know, it makes me concerned because this isn't normal for you and I'd like to hear about what's going on for you right now. And you really want to ask him like from a place of support, not as a place of disciplinarian, but we really want to get in there and get curious. And as I always suggest is ask open-ended questions. Not, is it your girlfriend? Is it your grade in Spanish? But open-ended questions like, is it something about school? Or is it something about your social life? Or is it something about dating? You know, like what's going on? If we can come at it from a judgment-free place, it can make a huge difference. And it will be the window that allows them to share what's going on with them with us. It's okay too, if it's difficult to figure out or if he's not sharing with you, to ask the people around him. You know, probably not his friends, but other parents of his friends, if he spends a lot of time with them. Coaches, it's okay to speak with. Teachers, if that's the relationship you have with the school. Just from a place of curiosity and coming from a place of support. It's like, hey, we noticed that Johnny is like this and he wasn't like that before. Have you noticed anything different in the classroom? Have you noticed anything different on the team? Have you noticed anything different when he's at your house? Very often when we've had concerns about that and we ask the friends around us, the friends go, no, not at all. My goodness, your child is and it turns out that it was just a developmental thing that was going on for our kids about the way we were relating to us. So go figure. And you really want to have him share it with you. Now, it would be really great if he just came to you and said, look, here's what's really going on, and I just want to give you guys know what's going on. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to ask for the very specific kind of help I want. Now, that would be really great. Unfortunately, that's not the way life works, and unfortunately, that's not the way teens work as well. So it's important that we let them share it with us, and part of our job is to be detectives, ask open-ended questions, and listen for what they say, and listen to what's behind what they say, and then get curious about that. And one last thing, I do want to share with you, it's really important that you share with him that it is judgment and consequence free. Like, let him have it be okay that he's sharing something with you, even if it's something you don't approve of. Because I'd much rather have my kids share something that they're worried that I won't approve of than it would be that they don't share at all. Like, it's just fine for me to find out what I might consider bad news for my kids as opposed to it being hidden and me being worried about them because I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is such a great question. Thank you so much for asking. And if you're watching this video, how would you have addressed this dad's issue? Do you have a question of your own? Feel free to put it down in the comments. And lastly, I want to leave you with this. Remember, we become better men by spending time with good men. My name's Charlie King. I'm with Heroic Fatherhood, and this has been your Mentor's Moment.